But I just want to get this out of the way just in case I never have this thought again. And I know I'm not this thought again because I have it pretty frequently in a sense. Complicated! Or am I making it complicated? I don't know. Who gives a fuck? I do, but I don't. I try to, but I can't. So I do what I can. So the whole entire point of this video is just, I don't know, me realizing as I'm sitting in the car, fucking loaded from shit from Ohio, currently sitting in Michigan, where the fuck am I moving to next? I don't know. I had a plan, I had an idea, I always have plans, and I always have ideas, so I always follow through. Nah, not always. So, like, I don't know if I'm going to end up where I said I was going to end up, because people ask me, where you going, where you going? And it's like, my biggest thought process is don't try to fill my head with doubts just because it's already filled with doubts. And then two, I'm at least well aware enough to know that there are two industries that are fucking, it's basically a revolving door with people coming in and out. So it doesn't really matter where I end up. I just need to end up close enough to those two jobs, and it's going to be junk removal as well as caretaking. The turnover rates and them bitches are so fucking crazy. Because typically speaking, winter is a harder time span to get jobs. But, as somebody is willing to learn and do just about anything when it comes to work, but also is aware that it's I don't know, because I have seen some people say they've had issues finding jobs. For me personally, it's a hit or miss. It is literally hit or miss, because I will admit there has been times I've had issues finding jobs. It took me like 3 to 4 or 5 months to find a job. When I moved to Ohio, I literally found the junk removal job within a week. So it's just like, I've also found some other jobs. Like when I got out of the mental asylum, I just went back to a job that I've been to. So I just figured, but I needed to also get my green card on this, so I couldn't get that. But once I got my green card, I ended up finding a painting job. And it's because I knew people. It's like, it's just perks of communicating and knowing people and having no rapport. But the issue with me is I don't know how to talk to people, because I realize it's not necessarily I realize something, but in my head, it's like, what do you want from me? That's literally my first thought, because why else would people come up to me? Why else would people want to communicate with me? And the fucked up part is I'm also aware people generally may not want anything aside from just a conversation. They just want to talk to you. But in my world, most people come up like, hey, will you do this? Hey, will you hold this? Hey, will you go this? Go here. Hey, will you give me this? Hey. It's like, hey, I want something from you. Will you please give it to me, or I'm going to be upset, and now we're going to have a problem. It's just like, okay, just to avoid the problem, I'm just going to submit and be a people pleaser, because honestly, it's not like I want the problem, but the way that I take things and I elevate things, we can handle the problem. And you could tell me that we're having a problem, but I don't see problems the same way that you see problems. A lot of times it's like, oh, this is a quick, easy fix, fuck it. And at the same time, it's giving the mouse a cookie and not realizing the mouse stopped asking for a cookie 15 minutes ago, and now the mouse is asking for fucking $15 million. And to some people, that's a lot. And some people, that's nothing. That's the problem. When you don't know what too much is or what a lot is for yourself, it's like if you ask me to move your whole entire house, I don't give a fuck. Well, some people won't even fucking get you a glass of the water. A glass, like when some people won't even give you a glass of water, knowing damn well that the fucking cup is literally in your fucking hand. You gave it to them, and the faucet's like 15 feet away. And I've moved, I don't know. I don't even know how to talk about myself without, because you're supposed to be able to humbly brag and boast about yourself when it comes to interviews and stuff like that. And it's like, I've just done so much unbelievable things, I don't even feel like telling people half the times, because it's like, no way you would have done that. And it's because I don't have videos of it. It's like, yeah, believe what you want, but I did do it. I have done it, which is another reason why I make so many videos and photos and stuff like that. It's not necessarily because of the whole entire, oh, I'm trying to be an internet star. No, it's because I do such insane shit. I tell stories, even I don't believe it. And I do realize the mind distorts things, so it's just like, this is proof that I've done it. These are my markers. It's like my fucking photo albums, but virtually, where I can never lose a copy for the fact that I don't have a solidified area to forever be, and I never probably will, to be honest. Like, I do hope to eventually have my own business set up, my own house, to be able to have my own little family, people that I could actually love, trust, and genuinely care about, instead of just love until the love is done, trust until the trust is gone. Like, because I want to be able to live life unconditionally, but I live life under the condition that I get things done for people, or that I am pleasant, or that I am not too much, but I don't know what too much is. But if I am too much, you could always find less. And that's why I always do. Like, I figure I'm autistic is the easiest way to say it. Like, I figure I'm bipolar. I figure I'm borderline. I figure there's definitely something mentally wrong with me for the way that I act, the way that the world reacts to me. And they'll always say, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, Fucking no. Fucking know what's wrong with me. I don't know. I've talked to doctors, I've talked to lawyers, I've talked to police officers. I've talked to so many people, and either they're just not educated enough to know, oh, that's what's wrong with you, or it's just I act so accordingly because I'm great at fucking putting on a mask, even though it's not Halloween. It's like, or those, because I am generally authentic in certain rooms, certain places, but I feel like I'm authentic to those people that have already been or already fucked up and accepted their chaos. Like, I don't see the same issues that everybody else does, but when I try to, but I want to believe that I do see like fucking pedophilia being a huge problem, school shootings being a big problem, police brutality being a big problem, people not wanting to care, share, or even inform each other correctly being a big problem. And I actually think of ways and ideas to implement this, but always the big thing is money, 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 money. And I should keep like this because money's that brick wall that never moves. It's always, how are we going to afford this? Investors. Ideas and ideas and ideas. If it's really that good of enough idea, money should never be a problem. But the problem is they don't want to give the money. And I know that every time we're like, how are we gonna afford it? I'm just hearing myself, no, we don't want to do that. Because if you really want something, as somebody that, which is why I don't put my forth time and energy towards humans like that, as somebody that has a goal-oriented thing, if I want to get something done, I'm not stopping me. My energy level's not stopping me, but being able to financially afford it is not going to stop me. You start off somewhere until you can afford it sometimes. Like, you didn't have the money to begin with, but that's why I'm so nice to people. Like, lead by example. I'd be a fucking hypocrite if I told people to be nice. I'm never nice to anyone. Not a single soul, regardless if it's your grandma, you, or your uncle. I'm nice to people because I figured, well, lead by example. If I'm not giving you a good example, whoopsie. What the fuck did you do? It pissed me off. Typically, I ain't this bad, but you did something. And I'm blaming you because I know me. I'm not a control freak, so I wouldn't be angry. Oh, this is a good reason to. My good reasons are people are fucking molesting. People are fucking raping. People are human trafficking. People are treating people unfairly for no fucking reason. It's not because you called me short. I am 5'6". It's not because you called me skinny. I'm only 160 pounds. That's not because you called me black. I am black. It's not because you called me nigger. I'm not a nigger, but hey, yeah, your belief system's your belief system, my belief system, my belief system. It's not because you think I'm poor. Yeah, I am. Poor in my family life, rich in other places, but hey, it is what it is. It's not because you hate my car. Well, yeah, I am still paying on it. It'd be how it be. Not everybody could pay off their cars. Not because you call me homeless. Yeah, I've been homeless ever since I was fucking 3. What you mean? It's not because it's not. I generally don't care because I ain't got the time and energy to. Because at the end of the day, I do know that none of this matters. I'm still trying to find matter in this place. So what's the matter? I don't know. I'm trying to experience, but a lot of times I feel as if I'm just reacting and responding to things that don't need my reaction, don't need my response. I'm trying to be better because, like, when I was younger, oh, that's where I was looking for. I've been trying to do this in a handful of videos. I've been trying to be a savior in places that doesn't need one. Doesn't care to have one. It doesn't really matter. The only person I can save, the only person I should focus on trying to save is myself. Why try to put myself in communities that I do not exist in, I do not belong in. And once I feel as if something's becoming too much for me, which I'm not the fucking best at, I should just move on, because once I feel like I'm overstretching myself, I'm not fucking Mr. Fantastic, not Miss Elastic Girl. I'm not that stretchable. I need to know where my limits are and what my too much is. I say yes like it doesn't fucking hurt. I say yes like it doesn't drain me. I say yes like I'm not realizing that they can see. Oh, I found a yes man! I say yes like it doesn't bother me. I say yes like they'll say yes to me. I say yes in hopes that lead by example and maybe somebody will copy, but leading by example, well, they just figured out somebody that they can use and abuse, and that's most of the relationships I get into, because I'll say yes with no problem, and they say, well, why don't you do it yourself? Because I've never said that to you, so why the fuck would you say it? You know what? You're right. I'm not entitled to your yeses, so why the fuck should why should I expect that? So what? You expect me to stay this close? I've said yes to you a million times. You can't even say yes to me once. It's fair though. I'm me, you. We run each other differently. So therefore, I'm gonna run the fuck away from you. Because why am I your yes man, but you my no bitch? Like, I should already know it. I can't ask of you for nothing. So why chest stare around you when it's, hey, will you, hey, could you, oh, hell no! How dare you ask me if shit? It's princess treatment 24/7 to me. You fucking peasant, you slave, you servant of mine. I'm not your extended body. You have a body of yours. I have issues asking for help because help comes in. So, when did you need that? Come like the government do, so slowly I can't believe unless it's a fucking catastrophe where the whole entire news is covering me, you will never see anybody coming. It's plain and simple. I am a helper, and the helpers can get helped. But first they have to destroy, implode, erupt, maybe explode, unload. The story is old. I should know this. I've seen it in so many different ways, and I've even seen it inside myself a handful of times, but I still think maybe if I, fuck them. So, I'm thankful for those that have loved me, cared for me in the ways that they have and do. And God intended, but we're also made in God's image. And I do things without God's know. When I do things with God's knowing, then therefore, isn't God as fucked up and as flawed as I am? I don't know. I try not to bring religion to a lot of things, or politics to a lot of things, but religion and politics get dragged into everything. So it's like, it's just my personal belief system. So like I said, the Bradleys from Barb, Kayla, Chris, Kyle, Junior, as well as Senior, to even the extended ones that aren't necessarily, because I would consider they're a blended family, but they consider themselves considered to the eldest sisters, Jessica as well as Jasmine. Every single one individually has helped me in some sort of way, rather if it's helped me stay distracted from all the fucked up shit in life, rather if it's helped me with creativity, video ideas, keeping me uplifted, rather if it's emotionally, spiritually, or substance wise, as well as just like to me personally, because you're my heroes or your villains. Your villains are my heroes. Everything's all switched up. It's just dependent on like which side of the fence you stand on, which side of the field. Like, to me, they're good people. Now, I can't say to everybody because we all have different experiences. I do believe some people are asking for fucking punishment. Some people can never see what the fuck they're doing. So it's just like, are you holding accountability? Like, yeah, you might have bad stories, but everybody got bad stories. People got bad stories to me. But I'd say 9 times out of 10, I'm that poster boy type of person. Like, oh, if you wanted me to human, meet Ethan. What do you mean he was being an asshole? What the fuck did you do to piss him off? He ain't really like this. He can be, but like, you saw us, I ain't even see yet. Either way. So, I'd like to thank them, as well as I would like to thank, I don't even know what the fuck Hannah's last name is. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce it. Hannah! I'm trying to think of fucking, so I want to make sure, because there's so many people with the same fucking names. It's ridiculous. So, Hannah Rose, you know who the fuck you are, or you should. Spiritual advisor, because that's your nickname on my fucking Facebook. I'd like to thank her as well for her hospitality, her kindness, always keeping me informed, her authenticness, her rawness. It's just, you never know who's going to help you and who's going to hinder you, and I'd say at least all the people I've said thank you to have always helped me in some sort of way, whether it's learning, fostering, like just let me stay at their place, or just entertainment, getting videos with them, helping me create videos. Like the people I keep around me, or I'm trying to keep around me, are a lot better than the people I grew up with, and that's just because it's time. Like I would literally say, most of my younger years, I was just learning what I could learn. I'm trying to soak up the information as I am at 26. I will admit, I am not the same person I used to be, and that's because younger me was always happy to see people, always great.